So it's pretty good. That was a pretty impressive performance from your opponent.
It was a very impressive performance by Tim tonight. He was very good. You know, I can't say anything bad about him because he just made me look silly out there.
Were you surprised, Jeff, at just how clinical he was?
Yeah, look, it was a surprise at how good he was. I thought I was going to be able to surprise him, but look, I was slightly off on my attacks and stuff, but that was probably all credit to him as well, because he was just making me feel like I was probably bad as well. So I don't know. I'd have to look at the tape and watch it back myself, but he definitely deserves all the credit.
When did you feel it sort of turning in his favour? Did you get a sense of his?
I knew after a few rounds, my corner were probably telling me that I wasn't winning the rounds, and I could tell them, what am I doing? What am I going to do to win this fight? So I was trying to change it up, but he was very sharp on the back foot, and he has very good ring presence. So he was either forward at me or going back. So yeah, he was very good.
Jeff, I guess the obvious thing is moving forward. What are you going to do? Are you thinking about walking away? Are you going to stay in the sport?
Look, I've got to go home, reevaluate things, talk to the family, and yeah, that's where I'll go from here.
What would you like to see Jeff do?
You know, firstly, I'd just like to say that Jeff has done wonders, you know, for boxing in Australia. I mean, that historic win over Manny Pacquiao was unbelievable. You know, I think he's done it all. He's beaten the best, you know, the fighter of the decade. He's done it all. And I think, you know, it's like, Tim's a great boxer that I have no doubts, as Jeff said, he's hungry. You can see that he's a hungry lion out there, and Jeff can beat anyone in the world. It probably wasn't Jeff's best night tonight. It wasn't a great night, but you know, it comes down to Jeff really. You've just got to decide what he wants to do, and you know, if Jeff wanted to hang up his gloves, I wouldn't have any issues. I'd say, Jeff, you've done it all. You've climbed the highest mountain there is in boxing. You know, you've done the Mount Everest in boxing, so I wouldn't have any issues. I think of him like a son. I think the world of him, and his health is, of course, the most important thing to me, always. You know, and I think, again, he's done the best he could tonight against a very young, hungry, talented lion out there. So I take nothing away from Tim, and I take nothing away from Jeff. It is what it is, and you know, Jeff's just got to decide. As he said, he should just sit down with his family. I've got no excuses, none at all. I'm not here to make any excuses. I'm just here to say that Jeff has done just amazing things in his boxing career. But you've always got to question if the hunger there, and if it's not. If the hunger's not there, his life has changed. He's got two beautiful daughters, a lovely wife, and he's got nothing left to prove. So if Jeff said to me, you know, hey, I'm done, but I would encourage him not to ever make a quick decision. I think these are things you've got to think about carefully. But you know, whatever he does, I'll support him 100%, and I'll always think the world of Jeff, you know, and to what he's done for Australian boxing and for himself and his family. So again, it's really up to Jeff. He's just got to sit down and decide: is the hunger there to you know, to continue, or should he just go, hey, I've had a brilliant career, but I just don't feel like getting up every morning and just smashing that bag and those hills, and what's got to be done. You can see, you know, Tim has literally trained his guts out for this, and you can see that, you know. So.
Sorry, then what happened? I saw someone had a towel in their hand towards the end of the 8th round. What happened? Can you describe from that moment, and then what happened in the corner?
Okay, what happened the last couple of rounds, we were saying to Jeff, you've got to show us something. You've got to show us that you've still got. I've always said you never want to go into a shotgun fight with a pop gun. Firstly, you've got to show us that you've still got the power to put him away, and the hunger and the motivation and the drive. And Jeff was saying, you know, no, I want to keep going, but
I'm not going to give up.
No,
I'm not someone to give up.
We know how competitive Jeff is, but what we've got to do as a team, as the corner, is just say to ourselves, has he still got the pop left in him to win this fight? Because naturally we don't want to see him suffer any more damage. And I'm thankful, by the way, that he doesn't need to have any stitches. That's been the first for a while, so we're very pleased about that. But you know, so my concern and that of Ben's, his brother, and of course Steve and so forth, was does he have the pop? And we were virtually we were going to say, Ben and I were saying, let's give him 1 minute in round 9 to see if he can get out there and land that big shot. You know, if he can land a really big shot. We all know, we just saw the Dillian White fight. You know, the guy's a mile in front, one punch, it's all over. So we know how volatile boxing can be, but did he have that punch left in him, or is he just taking punishment unnecessarily? So we were going to give him 1 more minute, but Phil just come over and called it and said, I'm stopping the fight. So
Also, Phil Austin made it.
So the ref.
the ref stopped the fight. Yeah, the referee stopped.
Glenn mentions the word hunger. Do you feel the hunger is still there, or has it diminished somewhat?
Well, literally right now, I'm not very hungry. Not after the fight, but look, I probably don't have the hunger of what the Tim Tszyu probably has. Really, I don't have that type of hunger. I've been there, done the world title. I guess I was just fighting for the big fights, and this was one.